Hello and welcome to my YouTube channel. It's great to see you here. Thank you for tuning in. Now, if you have been taking IELTS and you have not been achieving the desired score, or you are planning to take one in the near future, either for further studies in English-speaking countries, or you're planning to do IELTS for migration purposes, this video is for you. Please stay tuned and you're going to benefit a lot from this great video, because there is great news. A lot of candidates have been having challenges in passing the IELTS, but with the introduction of this new testing system by IELTS, it's gonna be a game changer for most people. Yes, I admit, because I have been there before. I have done IELTS before, and I know the challenges that most people, encounter when taking this test. If this is your first time you are hearing the word IELTS, it is IELTS. It stands for International English Language Testing System. Basically, if you are going to take your further studies in English-speaking countries, or you are migrating for work purposes and you are applying for skilled visa and stuff like that, you need to take an English test to show your proficiency, whether you are competent in speaking English, and whether you'll be able to do your studies in English and benefit from them. So the IELTS has introduced another new component of testing that is going to help the students, and this is IELTS One Skill Retake. Initially, what happened, you used to do a full IELTS test. If you don't achieve you don't achieve the grade that you want, or the marks that you are planning to achieve, maybe because your school required a certain score, or maybe your immigration purposes require a different score, you used to retake the whole course. So there are 4 test components. So it checks 4 skills, which is listening, reading, writing, and speaking. So if, for example, you fail to achieve the required score in speaking, you are supposed to retake the entire IELTS test. So this was obviously, costing a lot of money, and you are spending a lot of time to prepare once again. With the introduction of One Skill Retake, this is what it means. If, for example, you are looking to achieve a band score of 7, and you achieve in writing 7, you achieve in reading 7, in speaking you achieve 7, and maybe in listening you get 6.5, you are now required, or you can be able now to only book that particular skill, which is the listening, which you never achieved that which you wanted. And this is so good, because you're gonna concentrate on one skill only, and it is so, it's likely that you are going to prepare well and you are going to pass well. And now this is being accepted across many institutions, and also many assessing bodies for skill migration purposes. So it is something that is now widely acceptable. But before you retake a particular skill, it's good always to confirm with the institution or with the assessing body. But I hope, even if it is not widely embraced across all the skills, or in all the institution, it's something that is rolling out. Because, for instance, most of the institutions in Australia are accepting the One Skill Retake, and I know most of the assessing bodies are now accepting One Skill Retake. But as I said, it's good to confirm before you go ahead and book. And the cost is not as much as the initial test, because what I know now is it's about 2/3. It's about 2/3 of the full test cost. So you will save some money and you will save some time, because what actually, this is what used to happen. If you are going for skill migration, most of them, they require you to get, like 7, all of them and above, for you to be able to get good points. And if you achieve everything 7 apart from one, test component, for example, speaking, then it also required you to retake the whole thing again, or to book the whole test again. But with this new one, you can only concentrate on that particular component that you have not done well. And for me, this will help a lot of students and a lot of people, and they will be able to achieve their dreams. Now, just before we come to the end of the video, I just want to give you one or two tips when it comes to doing your IELTS, test. It's good to understand the assessment criteria. It's always there. Go read what they want in, especially in writing and speaking, because all those marking criteria is written down there. So when you are doing your speaking, you actually understand what the examiner is looking for, what kind of language construction they are looking for. If it is writing, what is expected of you. With that in mind, you can be able to write to fit your writing in that marking criteria. But if you don't know what the examiner is looking for, it's hard, for you to, perform like, very well, because you don't know what the examiner is looking for. But when you know this is what the examiner is looking for, actually you'll be able to tailor your writing to fit into that, kind of, writing structure. And in that way, you'll be able to do well. Now, if you are looking to do well in speaking test, I've done another video on a few tips on how to pass in your speaking test. And actually, it's based on my own experience and how I was able to achieve 8. I will leave a link in the description below. You can have a look, you can listen, you can learn, few things on how to do well, and then hopefully you perform very well, because if I did, yes, you can. So thank you so much for listening to this video, and I'll see you again in my next one.